everyone, I'm Morgan, and today I wanted to talk to you about these two novellas that I read this winter, and Nick and Charlie, which are both featuring Nick and Charlie, the characters that we first saw in Solitaire, but we now know from the graphic novel series Heartstopper, which I am a sucker for. It's amazing, and yeah, so they're all by Alice Oseman. And I read Nick and Charlie before this winter, but if you go at the order like the story is told, you would read this winter first and then Nick and Charlie, because this winter is set after Nick and Charlie have known each other for a few months. It's set on Christmas, and Nick and Charlie is set, I think, probably after Heartstopper will be stopped, so when Nick is about to go to university. So let me first talk to you about this winter. So as I mentioned, it takes place at Christmas, and it just features Nick and Charlie, as well as Tori, Charlie's sister that we follow in Solitaire. And she's now a bit older, and she's trying to be there for Charlie because he just went back from spending a few months at a facility that helps people with disorders, and he went there because he has anorexia, I think. I'm not sure anymore. I just know that he went a few months in some facility like that, and his parents are trying not to talk about it, and so he doesn't feel well at home. And yeah, we just followed him at Christmas, and also Oliver, their little brother, and it's all a bit heartbreaking at times, but also very cute, and I always love seeing Nick and Charlie together, so this was always something I was going to enjoy, and I like everything Alice Oseman writes, so I knew this would be just as good, and it was. So yeah. And I was also happy to see Tori again, because even though I didn't think Solitaire was the best book ever, I did enjoy the characters, and I wondered how she was doing, so I could see her again. And then so I also read Nick and Charlie, as I said, so it's set when Nick is about to go to college, to university, and Charlie is feeling left out, obviously, because he still has one more year of high school to go through, and he's feeling like Nick is embedding him. And they also have this other couple of friends who broke up because they didn't think that long distance would work, with one of them being in uni, and Charlie is afraid that Nick is going to break up with him as well, but he doesn't talk to him about it because he doesn't want to bother him. And so there's this thing that you see a lot in real life and in books of miscommunication. I know some people hate that, but I think it's totally relatable, because sometimes you just don't want to say what is wrong. Like, part of you hopes the other will understand without having to talk about it, and another part just doesn't want to be a bother, and you just try to act like something is not bothering you when it really is. And it just really hit home for me, especially having just been left because of distance. I totally understood, because he was talking about all these people on Tumblr who told him that long distance relationships don't work, and I honestly could be one of those people. I still think that people who are like meant to be with each other or something could work it out, but overall I don't think long distance is easy. And yeah, so but ultimately they work it out, and it's always very cute, and you get to see a few different characters that we always like. And so yeah, it's still enjoyable, but it really hurt a little bit, like, to think about these things, but it's also a way to see that the book is actually good, because I totally related to it once again. Alice Oseman did it. So yeah, I'm gonna read these two novellas, and now to tell you what I'm going to read next week. I want to read 3 short stories, one is Mr. Celery by Sally Rooney, and another one is by Brendan Taylor, and I would put it here for a second. And the last one I think is by Djèli Clark, and it's the first in a series. So like the first one is a short story, the second one is a novella, and the third one that comes out this year will be a full novel. So I'm really excited to dive into these three and review them for you next week. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, happy Sunday. I hope you're doing good. And that's all I had to say for today. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you soon in another video. Goodbye. Dream I know, deep up my feelings.